Hello, you're welcome back to the studios of WeSmart. So today we'll be considering taking the second part of laws of indices. We did consider the multiplication law, the subtraction law. So let's just see what we have for negative law and zero law. Let's first of all take the zero law. The zero law is that a raised to the power of 0 is 1. That is, in other words, any number raised to the power of 0 is 1. Example, you could say 2 raised to the power of 0 is 1. You can say 3 to the power of 0 is 1. 400 to the power of 0 is 1. Any number raised to the power of 0 remains 1 in mathematics, as well as any variable, that's any unknown. And I want to say x to the power of 0, it is 1. Y to the power of 0 is 1. They are all 1. Any number or variable, which you can as well call unknown in maths, raised to the power in this index means another name for index is power, is equal to 0. So let's consider the second law for today, which is a negative index. When I say negative index, I'm also saying negative power. What this one entails is that 1 over a raised to the power of minus x, or in other words, a raised to the power of minus x is the same thing as 1 over a to the power of x. What the negative index of power talks about is that when a number carries a negative power and you want to take the reciprocal of it, that's want to turn it upside down, if I write this over 1, anything over 1 is still the same thing as that. But for any reason, this number is going to negative power, and you say, I want to turn it around, that's I want to take the reciprocal or the inverse. Once it turns around, the power becomes positive immediately. Example is, I could have 2 to the power of negative 1 is the same thing as 1 over 2 to the power of 1. I could also have, if I have 6 to the power of negative 3, it is the same thing as saying 1 over 6 to the power of 3. If I say 2 to the power of negative 3, is the same thing as 1 over 2 to the power of 3, which means 1 over 2 times 2 times 2, which means 1 over 8. You can also expand that and get the final answer. So that's what the negative index law actually talks about.